What's up, guys? Welcome back to Game Odyssey. I'm your host, Grayson, and recently I re-chipped a tooth, rather, and nothing crazy absurd about that, but the first time I actually chipped this tooth was the crazy story, so I thought I would tell you guys about that. So yeah, let's hit that intro, and yeah. Okay, so let's start off by saying that I used to be on my high school's football team, and I had really old school parents, and my parents never ever really let me leave the house before this, and really didn't let me leave the house after this until I got my own car. But it's freshman year, and we just had a football game, and we had won the football game that night, which was astounding because our team was a very shitty team. And pretty much one of my buddies was having a sleepover that night, like a little camp out, get together, like with all the football players and a couple people outside the football team. I think about 15 people showed up and spent the night outside his house, like by the campfire and whatnot. But we didn't even sleep. Like, it wasn't even like a sleepover for real. One of the people that came ended up bringing tequila, and we all got pretty drunk, I guess you could say. And we were all just doing stupid shit. One of my friends rolled through fire, like got in his sleeping bag and rolled through the fire, like as a jackass thing. Like, I don't know, it was funny at the time. But anyway, we were just doing crazy shit that night. And literally, like, it was starting to get out of hand. And his parents couldn't even hear us because, like, his parents' bedroom was all the way at the other end of the house. And I wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place. Like, my parents were so old school that they wanted my parents really wanted to talk to, like, his parents before, like, I went over there. Which, like, you know, this is the 21st century. People don't do that anymore. Like, I don't know. It was weird for me, like, just to even ask for that, like, hey, can you call my parents, tell them I'm going to be here because they don't believe me? So I didn't. I did not tell his parents to call my parents or anything like that. So my parents are just pissed off texting me all night because, you know, I'm not texting them back or whatnot. And, you know, their parents never talked to my parents. So yeah, I got in trouble for that. But back to the story. Like I said, I wasn't supposed to be there, and, you know, it was a crazy jackass night. No parents were watching us, and things were starting to get out of hand. And we got this good idea to go ding-dong ditching, which, if you don't know what ding-dong ditching is, it's like you go up to a house, you ring the doorbell, and you run, like, just as a joke, I guess. But we got the idea to go ding-dong ditching at one of our friends' house that had rode our bus. And come to find out later on that he wasn't even there that night. But, you know, we go ring up on his doorbell. And, you know, it was my buddy that did it. And he rings the doorbell and he takes off running, like, full-on sprint, like Olympic runner sprint. Like, Usain Bolt would have been jealous of how fast he was running. And, you know, I was just jogging off because, you know, I wasn't that scared of it. Like, you know, who's going to get that mad? It was 5:30 in the morning when we were doing this. But, yeah, who's going to get that mad that, you know, we rang their doorbell and ran? No one's really going to get that mad about it. So he takes off full-on sprint, running off his porch, jumped the steps, and then runs into me because it was like 5:30 in the morning, pitch black dark, and he runs into me. Literally what had happened was like he had ran into me, like full-on into me, and I hit the concrete face first, right? And all I remember after that is like seeing like 1,000 colors at once. And, you know, I wake up and, you know, I have two of my buddies pulling me down the street, you know, a mile down the street. I literally can't walk because I don't even understand what's happening. And I just remember saying, dude, where the fuck am I at? And where the fuck are my teeth? What had happened was I literally knocked out, you know, 2 of my front teeth. If I can find pictures, I'll put them in this video so you can see just how bad it was. But it was absolutely crazy. Like, come to find out, like, you know, not only had I knocked my 2 front teeth out, but I also had a concussion and facial trauma. Like, I had never had a concussion prior to that, and that was hell on earth just to have a concussion and a little bit of facial trauma. Like, my eye on my right side is a little bit slower now. Like, you can't tell unless you're really looking, but like, I don't know, it doesn't follow, I guess, my other eye as quickly as it should. Like, no one's ever mentioned that they've noticed it or whatever. But I guess it's something like the doctor noticed and said, you know, he told me I had facial trauma. So I have that. I had a concussion and 2 knocked out teeth. So, you know, we get back to my buddy's house and I have to use his phone to call my parents. Oh God. And you know, that was not a good phone call, because, you know, they were beyond pissed off because, you know, I wasn't supposed to go out, because they were scared that no parents were going to be watching, which they were not, of course. And, you know, I got to call and tell them that no parents were watching, and I knocked my front teeth out. And I did not know this at the time, but I had a concussion. So, yeah, it was just crazy fun. I also bit through my bottom lip completely. Like, my bottom teeth had went through my bottom lip, and there's a scar there to this day, like, pretty deep scar. I bit all the way through it, but you know, you can't see it on the outside, but I can feel the scar on the inside. But yeah, it was a crazy time. But you know, I was rushed to the hospital as soon as my dad got there. Found out I had a concussion, fixed my teeth the best they could until I got to the dentist later that week. Didn't end up going to school till I got my teeth fixed, because fuck that, I'm not going into public with no fucking teeth, right? But yeah, fucking got my teeth fixed, and everything was all good after that, except for the part where I couldn't leave my house until I had my own car. And I didn't end up getting a car till I was 16 or 17. It was closer to 17, I believe. And yeah, I still wasn't allowed to go a lot of places then, just because my parents were so old school. But yeah, that's the story about when I knocked my teeth out. Yeah, crazy story, right? If you like these stories, make sure you hit that like button. And of course, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Comment below too, and let me know some stories you guys want to hear. If I have those kind of stories, I'll post them later. And of course, comment below and let me know if you've had some similar incidents like this. I'd like to hear those too. But yeah, this is Grayson from Game Odyssey. Peace out.